All right, good evening, everyone. Dan Hunt with the JSKA Rochester Virtual Dojo. Sorry we couldn't meet in the park today, but that rain today kind of made everything very, very wet over there. And the only place that'd probably be dry-ish would be on the tennis courts over there. And I'm sure the basketball folks are out there right now because it's actually pretty nice out there. So today is June 25th. Day before Vicky's birthday. So we got big festivities tomorrow, I guess. So today we wanted to work a little bit on some of the hand striking from the other day, some new different things. And then we will do some of the kicking drills that I want to work on, and then kind of refresh Tensho one more time. So with that, let's get started. All right, Tony, I'm going to put you on the spot. You get to lead the warm up.
Okay. Here. Want me to try to mimic your warm up or? Okay. Okay. All right, everyone, jog in place. All right, bring your knees up. Keep jogging. I'm just going to do this though. Up to the side. Into the center. Kicking your behind. And while we're there, let's go ahead and start doing some back kicks real easy. Just back and forth. All right, relax for a second. Shake it out. Hips around. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. Reverse. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. Feet together. Knees. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. Reverse. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. One leg up and just turning the ankle. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. Reverse. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. Other side. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. Reverse. Each. Knee. Front. Feet. Go. All right, back up to the top here. We're going to do our heads, the necks, up and down. Side to side. Forward and back. It's kind of like you're trying to, if you were to put your hand here, you're pulling away from your hand. Good. Ear to shoulder. Good. Arms around. Make it smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller. Reverse it. Make it bigger and bigger and bigger. In and out. And twisting side to side. Now up on the ball of your feet. Relax. You're going to take your hands, bring them to one side, leg to the other, each. knee, front, feet, go, and switch it. Each, knee, front, feet, go. All right. Start with a trap stretch. For the more static stretching part, you're going to grab your hand like so. Pull you should feel in your neck and your trap muscles. I grab the other arm, pulling down on the opposite side that you're leaning your neck. Go into a Kibadachi stance. You can take your arms out like so. And this one is to kind of lift up the feet of muscles on your back. So what you're doing is you're taking it, and think about it, not moving your hands, not moving your arms or shoulders per se, thinking about moving your elbows up and then all the way back. So you should feel your rhomboids move up. Nice and slow. So again, if I just use my wrist, doesn't do much of anything, thinking about pulling my back up and releasing it and going in the opposite direction as well. One more time. And then back up like so. Wrist forward. Let it go. Hold it for a couple seconds. Let it go. Reverse. Let it go. Reverse. Let it go. Same thing on this side. Shake it out. Deep stretch this way, lunging. Push into it, push into it. A little deeper. Reach forward. And slowly up and then down towards your toes. And then slowly up, turning to the other side. Pushing a little bit into that stance. And drop, nice and deep. See if you can push your hip flexors a little bit forward and down to the toes. And up. Now go a little wide, not quite the splits, but just as far as you can go. Just kind of reach towards the ground, gently bob a little bit, try to get the groin activated. Go to the right. Back to the center. Other side. Back to center. And slowly up. Any requests? Anything that's aching? No? Okay. All right. Oh.
All right. So thanks, Tony. So we're going to start with two of my go-to techniques for self-defense, and they're very, very close to each other. And it's just basically a decision. Do I think I need to really hurt somebody versus do I need to impact them and then just get away? So that involves the palm heel. Okay. The general rule for palm heels and punches is anything to hard, you should try and use something soft. So like the forearm or the palm heel would be a good one to the face, unless you hit Makawari board, which gives you some ability to strike hard things with your punch. Okay. So generally, if you're going to go face, and I tell this to my ladies in the self-defense class, put this palm into their face, into the nose, into the cheekbone, underneath the chin. Just give them a shove. So let's go up here like this. Let's start with our right leg. You guys start with your left leg. And I want you to lunge forward from a push off the back leg and just reverse rotation of the hip. Boom. Shove that hand in to the palm or to the face. Ready? It's neat. Done. Neat. I go. Switch hands, switch legs. Ready? It's neat. Done. Neat. Go. All right, the leg. This time, front hand. So left hand for you guys online, right hand for us. We're going to go in and we're going to open the back door for us, palm heel, and open the back door. So you're going to slide out this way. All right, good. All right, here we go. It's knee, sun, ski, go. Good, switch legs. Same thing. It's knee, sun, ski, and go. So my thought on this one is, if I'm, for you, left leg forward, and I'm going to do it with a backside hand, I want to use this one to stop whatever they got coming and come in with this one. Okay. If I'm just going to preemptively go because I sense that they're going to attack me anyway, okay, I've done what I can to try and get myself out of the situation. Let's don't want to trouble. And then all of a sudden it looks like they're going to go. This front hand would probably be the choice to take because it's closer. Okay. And it can be, used as a combination, two, three techniques afterwards. Okay. Did we do the other side? Front hand? Okay. All right. So the next one, similar. Instead of taking this in palm this way or this way, what I want you to do is think of this as inside of the crotch of the hand. Okay. Inside here. This is going to the throat. Okay. This is something that is likely could potentially kill somebody. So you got to be careful with this. If it's got to be a choice where your life is in danger or the life of one of your loved ones or friends. Okay. So from here, this is going into the throat, into the web of this. Okay. You can also do this up and under fingertips to the throat if you wanted to do that. But I like this because it's still very similar to this. Okay. All right. So let's try that. Same thing. Shove it in there and counter rotate your hip all the way around and drive forward with the back leg. It's knee, sun, ski, go. Okay. So one thing to note too is you don't want to wind up to go from here. My hands are here. It needs to come right from there in. So have this down here. tense in the backside. So then when you release it, it all goes that way. Okay, other side. It's neat. One, feet, go. All right, other side. Now let's do front hand. Sliding off to the side. Ready? It's knee. Now you don't want to slide off too early because the fingers and the thumb kind of get cockeyed to the center of the throat, right? So you want to go in, boom, and then slide off after you've landed the fingers here. Ready? Feet. One more. Go. All right, switch legs. It's knee. Front. G. Go. All right, so for this last one good way to train this, go side or face each other this way. Okay. One good way to train this is, okay, his neck is about that big around. Hold your forearm up. About that. Okay, so what I'd say is turn this over so you've got some soft tissue there. And then I'm going to go in and try and catch that without actually grabbing onto it. I'm just trying to impact it. So one side, your side be up here like this. This is your neck. You be on the other side there. And you're going to rotate in, hands up, not in a front stance. We don't want them to know that you know anything. Listen, I don't want no trouble. And I want you to put this hand into his forearm. So those of you online, try and simulate that yourselves in your mind, is hitting the neck and going in. Okay, so you're not trying to grab it, you're just trying to impact it. Ready, itch, knee, hun, see, let go. Good, front hand. Itch, and go off. Hip. Try not to grab it. Sun. That way. Yeah. No, you're okay. Sorry. Was that the way you started? Okay. So then, yeah, go that way. See. One more. Hands up a little bit more. Go. Good, good, good. All right. Tony, you try. Yeah, just, picture yourself at the bar. Okay. We're Barney bad guys. No, you're right here. I'm backing you up, and I'm gonna be moving off to the side. You're gonna take him and then go off to the side there too, right? Okay. Would you have your hands down? Yeah, I don't want no trouble. Ready? Itch. Good. Hip. Don't ever start here. Always start here. Listen, I don't want no trouble. Huh? See? Go. Good. Other hand. Itch. There you go. Good. Hip. Thumb. See? One more. Let go. All right, nice. Okay, so these are similar enough that you can make some really good contact with somebody on their throat area and make something happen with it. But you can also use the palm instead to make good contact here. So try and use. Let's do a couple palm strikes. So yes, one leg wants to be in front of the other slightly. Okay, always. Okay, ready? Itch. Okay, so the first thing I notice, wind up. Don't wind up. Just go. Hip. Yeah. Okay, so you reach for that one. Bring your body in more. Hunt. Yeah. See. One more. Go.
All right, front hand, ready. Hitch. Hip. There you go. Go in first, then slide out. Sun. Still reaching. Stand up more. Stand up more. Stand up more. There you go. See. Go. There you go. Good. Tony, you want to try? All right, so palm heel, folks. Ready? Hitch. Same thing. Wind up and go. Don't do that. Hip. That's better. Sun. Yep. See. Go. Good. Now watch the fingers getting too far like this. Try and pull those fingers back if you can. Or so it's more of the edge of the wrist, not the whole hand, okay? Now do front hand. Hitch. There you go, good. Dip. Sun. Feet. And go. All right, good. How you like those? Good. Seem like he's put some energy into them? All right, excellent. Excellent. Okay, good. Oh. All right, so next one. We're going to do elbows. So as you remember, we've talked about this before. Elbows, can I use you for a second? Elbows are at a distance that is bro hug distance, okay? We wouldn't do bro hugs like this, right? Look, my elbow doesn't get there, okay? Let's look and see where the elbow actually can touch, can touch, can touch. Okay, that's where my feet are. I can lean in, or we can just kind of both together here. So these elbows need to be close enough to be able to hit. So thank you. So we're gonna do these off of the backside elbow or backside of body first. So we're gonna slide in and get closer by stepping in. This hand is going to be here, and then from here I'm going to come up and bring it right down the middle. It's not out here, it's right down the middle, because that's, you're lined up with their middle. Okay, ready? Let's just do the up. Hitch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. All right, good. Now let's do the around version. Ready? Hitch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Now let's do the bring it across and over version. But my leg has got to go out this way to send that way. Okay, so I'm going to go over just a little bit, not a lot, because if you notice, I can't get back to my center, which was over here. So it's got to come just maybe 30 degrees off center. Okay, ready? Hitch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Good. Change sides. Okay, hands up. Hitch. Knee. Hunt. She. Go. Good. And around this way. Hitch. This one feels real strong to me. Knee. Sun. This kind of reminds me of Techie, right? She. One more. Go. Good. Now the other side coming that way. Hitch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. All right, good. Now we can do these from the front side as well. So if we're here, this can just come straight up this way, or around this way, or this way. I mean, we can bring it straight in, but kind of parallel to the world, right? So let's try that a couple times. Let's do all three. So we're gonna shift in one, come back, shift in two, come back,
shift in 3, come back. That's 1. Itch. Knee. Sun. Good, switch legs. Ready. Itch. Oh. Knee. Sun. So when you're delivering this, especially this round one here, you really got to use the hip and bring this around, bring the hip with it, bring the body with it, so that when this makes contact, you're not behind you trying to make contact. You're more in front when you're making contact. So if you're here, you don't want to be making contact right here. You want to be making contact with the body rotating into it. Okay? All right, so now we're going to tie that up technique with the what happens next, okay? Gary, can I use you for a second? All right, so we're in here like this, right? I'm going to go underneath his inside of his arm, up. Look where his body goes. It goes up and back. It says, kick me here, okay? That means I got a nice knee, boom, to the groin, okay? I can go to the thigh if I wanted to, but groin, and then from there, I got the other side, elbow. I can come back elbow, okay? So from here, we're inside. Boom. We could do that uppercut that we did the other day. I like this elbow since I'm tight. And then from there, grab the back here, groin, step out, elbow. Okay, so let's try that. Close. Okay, so from here, backside, up, 1, reach, knee to the groin, step out, elbow, elbow. Okay, so there's total of 3 elbows and 1 knee. Okay, ready? Right hand, right leg for us, left leg for you guys. Ready. Hitch, knee, thumb, knee. All right, good. Hitch, knee, thumb, knee. Okay, so big rotations here. Okay, now let's put all that together. Ready? Hitch, knee, thumb, knee. Go. All right, good. Other leg. Let's see what you guys got going here. Let me also watch what you guys got going here too. Come on, there we go. All right, here we go. Ready. Hitch. Excellent, good. Gary, back up just a smidge so you're not stepping on that grate. I know. Or come up closer, one or the other. There you go, that's good. Nip. Don't matter which one goes first. Doesn't matter. I like having the one that's up step out away from the center. Yeah. Okay. And then use the body dynamics to rotate the other way. Done. So Miho, knee with the backside leg. Seat. So even though it doesn't really matter so much, Miho, watch. 1, 2, the knee that's up, send that one away. Yeah, first, and then go. Because if I go up and my first one is this one, see how that's I'm kind of over torqued and I'm not close enough? But this one here gets real close, and I can step even closer with the next one if I made good contact. Okay, a couple more. Itch. Itch. Okay, Dirk, now I want to see you have more rotation on the second one. So this one here, this one, see how much rotation I got? This one here, I want to see this elbow, yeah, going all the way over, pointing over there, maybe to about the 45 or maybe even the 30 degree from the start angle. Itch. A little bit more rotation on that last one, Andy. Same thing. Itch. That's it. Good. And last one. Go. All right, MA. All right, so Mijo, one thing I noticed, and take a look at your video too. Your elbow kind of doesn't come down the middle, which is where they are. Okay, so your first elbow up. Okay, so this one here needs to come here. See where this is? Not over here. Okay, so it needs to come up down the middle this way. So you have a little bit of an angle from the elbow tip to where my hand is here. See how the hand is slightly that way and the elbow tip is slightly inside. Okay, so Tony, if I could use you for a second. So if I want to put this at his chin and I go straight up this way off of my shoulder, I miss. So I have to come to the middle of my face into the middle of his face. Okay. The challenge with an elbow up is there isn't a whole lot of room to hit that. Okay. But if you can get them to get their head back, boom, right? And then bam, bam. So once I get this one here, the face follows, and this one is really good. Okay. Does that make sense, Mijo? Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 All right. So next one for kicking. Let's just do some Maigeri kicking. So one thing about kicking, we've got kind of two ways to make impact with kicking. One is impact and quickly withdraw it. We call that a keage, okay, or a Maigeri style where it's snapping, okay. And then there's kekomi where it's more thrusting, and what you're trying to do is just take all that energy and drop it into their body, okay. The thing about the kekomi though is it tends to be a little slower, which means it can make movement out of the person. Okay, so Tony, could you grab this for a second? Okay, I'm going to kick this, just shoot on level, right? So with the Maigeri style, where I'm making impact, what I want to do is I want to impact and penetrate before he moves. Okay, so you shouldn't see an awful lot of movement on him. You really want to see everything kind of more just collapse this way. So a Maigeri snapping version. Okay, snapping version, okay, versus a thrusting version. See, that drives him back. So I'm not advocating one or the other. I think from a knee health perspective, the snapping version is actually a little bit better because you don't have a tendency of overextending it, okay? The thrusting Maigeri, all the styles that I know that do that, most of the people I know also have knee and hip issues because they overextend it. Okay, so I want you to try a couple of these versions. Go ahead, that's good. So first one is going to be Maigeri with a snapping. Okay. Okay, then the next one we're going to do is the thrusting. Okay, so you're going to throw it out there and thrust it in. Okay, so let's back up a little bit in your room. You guys back up a little bit in my room here. Okay, be careful your hamstrings and so on. Okay, so the first 5 going forward going to be all snap, my giddies. Etch, knee, un, she, and go. Good, amate. All right, now coming back, I want you to do the thrusting version of that. Now, one thing I want you to be careful of, turn look here, guys. When you do this thrust, you must maintain a bend here. Even though you're thrusting, keep a bend to your knee. If you thrust it out and if you extend that fully, there's a good chance you're going to be hyperextended. Okay, so there's got to be a little bit of tension in your hamstring to keep it from extending all the way up. Okay, still good speed, and you want to drive with the hip, drive with the leg. Hitch, knee, sun, shi, go. Good, mate. Now, Tony, does the Ashihara folks do thrusting, my giddy?
They do pull.
Oh, the heel, more of the heel. Okay, we're gonna do that too. Yeah, we'll do that too, because that's a different attack. So you're not necessarily attacking belly and trying to drive it in. You're more attacking hip joint or knee joint or leg with that heel. Okay, one more time, same thing. Quick snap kick. Itch. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Good, mate. All right, now my geri kikomi. Itch. Knee. Make sure you drive with the back leg. Sun. Shi. Go. All right, mate. All right, so when I do this one, I'll probably do this for the seminar with the pad. Okay, so you have a feeling for, can I make impact? Do I feel like I'm impacting it, but I'm still pulling it back out? So think of it as, the guy reaching in and trying to grab the fish out of the water without making a big splash. Okay, I still have to drive in all the way to get that fish. Same thing here. I got to drive in enough to penetrate the body, but as soon as I penetrate the body, boom, and deliver the body weight, I got to pull it back. The other one is I'm just going right to the bottom of the ocean. Try and trap that fish on the bottom. That's the Keikomi version. Okay, so why don't you guys try that? See if you can feel it differently doing it. Okay, so folks online, let's start with kicking that way. So however you want to do it. So do the snappy version first. Itch. Nip. Sun. Shi. Go. All right, now the driving version. Tony, move this way a little bit, and you move back a little bit, Gary. Good. A little too close. So you're going to step in if you need to get the distance so you can drive in. Okay. Okay. Drive him in. I want you to move him if you can. Pitch. Yeah, I like that. Nip. Run. Ski. Go. All right, good. All right, your turn. Put my volume down here. Sorry about that, folks. All right, Tony, your turn. Pitch. Hip. Hunt. Gary, drop the pad just a little bit more. Sheet. And go. All right, now thrusting. Ready? Pitch. Nip. Hunt. Sheet. And go. All right, good. All right, so difference between a gaddy or a snapping kick versus a thrusting kick. All right, so one is you're trying to actually penetrate and not necessarily move them. You want them to kind of stay where they are, just drop them right where they are. The other one is still penetrating, but it's okay to drive them into the wall or into a post or their buddies. You know, you see that where they do the running jump thing in the movies and stuff like that, and the guy goes flying out into the road or whatever. That's probably a good reason to use that sort of kick. All right, so next one. All right, thanks, gentlemen. So next one is, as Tony talked about, is pulling the toes back. This time we're going to go with the heel. Okay, so this heel kick, Tony, can I use you for a second? This heel kick is, I'm going for, the hands are up here, go a little shorter. Okay, I'm going for just inside of his hip joint here on the inside of his thigh. And my foot's going to be turned just a little bit sideways, boom, that way. So the idea here is I'm getting him to bend at the middle. Okay, this is really good for folks that don't have a lot of hip lift or a knee lift. Okay, boom, bam. So notice how his head comes forward, and I could even do this elbow if I got close enough to him. If we started close enough here, boom, bam. Okay, so we'll add that in a second. But so this is a driving type, and I want to create a little bit of angle here. Face this way. Okay, so I want to create a little bit of an angle here with my foot, like that, so that I can make sure I catch the thigh up here, right? And then also push that a little bit out too. Because if I push it, if I'm just here on this side, that's a very destabilizing thing. But if I come more from the front, I got to kind of create a little of that destabilization by shoving it. Okay, so I may not necessarily have a huge impact to make there, but I'm setting up something else. Okay, so let's try that with a thrusting type kick. Start with your left leg forward. Okay, and so bring it inside and shove it a little bit outside. Itch. Okay, don't go too high with it. Remember, you're going for just above the groin or just below the groin. Yep. There you go, and it comes back. Done. Done the hip to chi. Go. All right, so when you're done with that, don't just drop it. Boom. Right? Boom, pull it back and then go. So you're still doing a thrust, but make sure you pull it back when you're done. Okay, mate. Let's go the other way. Itch. Knee. Han. Chi. And go. All right, mate. All right, so now let's do that same kick going forward. And I want you to land forward with a tsuke first. Okay, so if you were really able to move them a lot, you'd go in with a tsuke off the front side, right? If you didn't get to move them a whole lot, and we'll change it, boom, maybe they just bent over and they were kind of expecting it, but they were here. Then this elbow makes perfect sense right where it's at. And then you could also add to it the elbow here. So first one, we're going to do tsuke. So kicking, tsuke. Ready. Etch. Knee. Dun. Chi. Go. Hi, mate. So what I'd like you to consider is that if you were to come this way, Tony, and I want you, excuse me for a second. Okay. So I want you to go slowly and back up just a little bit, slowly and kick this. Tell me when you think you can hit me with that hand after you've, no, switch, yeah, yeah. So that's before your foot landed, right? Okay, so you guys were doing a really good job of kicking, landing your foot, and then punching. Okay, so try to deliver that punch sooner. All right, let's try going back the other way. Okay, so punch a little sooner. So as soon as that foot starts to come down, send the punch to meet the face. Itch. There you go. Knee. Un. She. Go. Okay, so you could also use the palm heel, right? Okay, and probably not the tiger claw or whatever, that bear claw, right? Because his head's coming this way, which means this isn't necessarily open to you unless you were to come up this way, or maybe Agetsuki or something like that to go underneath the chin. Okay, so now let's do the elbow attack. Ready? Itch. Okay, so when you come in with the elbow attack, the reason why this works is because they're bending over, and you got to bring that back leg up too. Itch. Oh, bring the back leg up. So bring the back leg up and come from low to high and get closer. Itch. Itch. And mate. Itch. Knee. An. Shi. And mate. Yeah, so you got to bring that back leg up, and you're going down and in, and then the back leg comes up this way as you stand up with that front leg. Okay, not necessarily bringing it one next to each other, but you don't want to be out here reaching. Okay, bring this up like that. Get a little taller. Okay, a couple more. Ready? Itch. Nip. On. So Tony, you drop in your hand as you, after you kick, you drop the hand and then it goes like that. Go. That side, not so much. Mate. All right, last one. Ready. Itch. Oh, bring that back leg up. Nip. Okay. Slowly kick and leave the kick out. Itch. Now, put that down and then slide your back foot up. There it is. Okay. So it's kick.
So we're gonna land and then shake.
Yeah, and then go up. Yeah. Yep. Itch. There it is. Good. Itch. Nice. Now bring that back leg up more. Yes, there you go. Good. All right. Yeah, it is coordination. That's karate's hard. All right. So the last one we've got is a Yoko Kikomi pad here. So on this one here, this is one where I want you to actually move the wave pad here. Okay. So if you don't have one of these at home, that's okay. But if you do, this is a good thing to have. All right, so these guys are going to go on either side of this. One on this side, one on that side. Okay. And while you're not kicking, you're catching it. So your job is to kind of just catch it. I want you to kick Yoko Kikomi and try and knock that thing over. You didn't knock it over. Now it's your turn. Just front stance, however you want to do it. There you go. Good. All right, your turn. Not close enough. Okay, your turn. Good. All right. That's better. Okay, so one of the ways to train this kind of statically with a partner is, Tony, from here. Okay, so I'm going to kick, and what I want to do is I want to put it on his body. Okay, put it on his body, and then I want to push. And then push with my legs. Okay, again. Put it on his body and push. So shove him backwards. So they got to have a little bit of stomach tension here. I'm not making, you notice I'm not making this an impact. Okay, I'm not going, bam. Okay, but I am making contact and in the same motion, giving a shove with my backside hip. Okay, so same thing happens with this thing. Catch this, Tony, for me. Okay, so same thing happens with this thing. As I make impact, I want to give it a nice little shove. Okay. Now I should probably fill that up a little bit more with water, but it gives the intention. Okay. So let's try this just at home. Try and make contact and then give a shove to it. Okay. All right. Ready? You start and then get a little closer, Gary. There you go. Good. Good. Yep. You got to go harder. Go more through. Yep. Is that okay on your hip? Okay.
I think I'm kind of
Kick a little lower. Okay. All right. Good. Go. So we used to have this at the main dojo. We would have one of these. The whole bottom was filled completely, right? And then we would have a game where one person on that side, one person on that side, and the first one to drive that thing one full mat toward the person that's kicking the other side wins. So if I'm here and the one at the main dojo you couldn't knock over, but if I were to kick it and not knock it over, but I could move it, okay, so that moved 3-4 inches that way. So now your job is to bring it back to center. It's kind of like a tug of war, only going the opposite direction. First one to move it a full pad one way or the other would be the winner, and then we go on to the next person. And I think he had 2 of these, but anyway, so this was my thing. We used to enjoy doing. Okay, Tensho. So any questions online with those kicks or anything? All right, nobody. Good. All right, so good news. You guys get to do Tensho the opposite direction with me. Oh, there you go. So, all right, good. Come on up because it goes pretty much forward and then back to wherever you start. All right, let's. All right, so yo. So from here, the first move is going to be right leg, step forward, double uchiuke. Okay, for us here in the house here, we're going to start with the left leg. It's going to step out into Sanchin Dachi. So this is a breathe out. Okay, then bring it back here. So left arm back. Now catch, slice, push, turn it over, pull, push down, lift up wrist, down wrist, right wrist, left wrist. Okay, let's try that again. We'll do it with the breathing. Tensho, yo, itch, hold, itch, knee, run, see. Okay, next one, itch, knee, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and out. Both hands. Itch, knee, sun, D, go. All right, good. How's that feel? Remember how you did it before? Okay, so let's try again. Ready? Tensho. Itch. Both hands. Yep. Then pull the right hand back, you guys. Everyone online, left hand back. Itch. Catch. Pull down. Slice. Push. Push. Turn it over. Pull. Push down. Push up. Wrist out. Wrist in. All right, that was rough. Let's do it again. Okay.
This first part goes, let's say it goes, so from here.
So from here, catch, slice, push, pull, push. So you got to pull those fingers back and hit with the palm down here, then up, down, out, in. So, and again, try not to let this elbow go outside, inside. Make sure the elbow kind of stays kind of tight. It does move a little bit, but not very much. Okay, let's try again. Close. Tensho. Itch. Itch. Knee. Sun. D. Next one. Itch. Knee. Sun. D. Go. Itch. Knee. Sun. D. Go. All right, one more on your own. Let's try it. Ready. Itch. A little shorter. There you go. Knee, pull it back. Itch. All right, so let's go back to here, Gary. Okay, you're here. This comes down and all the way down to here to your hip. Then comes out and around. Boom. Okay, so go back to here. Itch. Knee, sun, pull it down. No, down to your hip, down to your hip. See, push. Itch, up, down, out, in. Good. Itch. One hand. Neat. Catch down to your hip and slice, push, pull, push, up, down, out, and in. Now both hands. Itch. Neat. Catch, slice. Out and in. Okay, one more little detail thing. So let's go back to the beginning. Everybody back to the beginning. Ready. Itch. Knee. This pulls all the way down to the hip joint. This goes all the way around and up into the pectoral region. My elbow is up here, not down in here. My elbow is nice and tight. Okay. Push from there slightly up. Then roll this over. Pull it down into the hip joint area, just above the belt. Push down from there. So this is going gate on. Then chin, scoot on, shoot on outside, shoot on inside. Okay, so when you make this slice right into the, drop the elbow just a little bit so that you've got some direction going upwards in it. Okay. All right, so let's go all the way. Let's go from the beginning, and we'll continue from there. Tensho, itch, knee, sun, e, go, itch, knee, sun, e, go, itch, knee, sun, e, go. Now, keeping the elbows where they are, the hands go out, palms up, the palms down. Notice the angles here, slightly 45 degrees forward. Fingertips aimed at each other. Center middle finger aiming at middle finger. Okay. Then as I step back, same thing. My palms are going to go up and back down again. Okay. Let me make sure I got this right. Okay. So right hand comes up first. Okay. Make the left go underneath it. Go all the way around. Then switch. Right hand goes underneath. And finish. Okay. So this goes underneath and pushes. Okay. All right. One last time. I'll tell you what, let's do it the right way. All right. Let's Tensho. Right leg forward. Itch. Knee. Sun. E. Go. Itch. Knee. Sun. E. Go. Double hand. Itch. Knee. Sun. E. Go. Now, leaving your elbows where they are, take a step back, make your wrists go out and into the center. 1. Then tip them up and bring it back again. 2. Right hand goes up, left goes underneath, right hand stays tied. Switch. Right hand goes underneath. Then from here, I'm going to breathe in and then breathe out. All my breath goes out and then finish. All right. How's that?
Better.
Better?
Better,
Yeah?
yeah. Felt better than, I kind of remember it. So.
Okay, good, good, good. All right, folks. I think that's about it for today. How'd you guys do with Tensho? Did you find it a little bit easier to remember that time?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay. Any comments about the kicks or the strikes?
No.
Feel like something you'd use?
Yep.
All right, good. All right, great. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you.
weekend. We'll see you soon.
You too.
All right,
Good
bye-bye.
evening. Bye.
Bye.